Welcome to a recording of the Home Circle, the inner circle of spirit radiance. Our spirit communicator Jim provides at times information he learns through talking to enlightened beings in the spirit world. We have called them spiritual messages. In this session, Jim talks about the colors of the aura and what each color means concerning your vibrational energy. In addition, Jim lets us know how spirit help people when they arrive in the spirit world by making them aware that they are now home.
G'day.
Hi, Jim.
I suppose you thought I'd been one of the lost sheep tonight.
Yeah, I thought, you held up.
Oh, they can't shut me up for long, lovey.
That's good.
They can't shut a chatterbox like me up.
Oh, well, that's good.
How you going, lovey? All right?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Have you had a good week?
Yeah, I've had a good week. It's been character building.
Character building. Oh, well. Well, look, that's all good, ain't it?
It is, it
is.
is.
No, I've been busy saving souls, as the Christians say.
Oh, right.
But in a different way to them, of course.
Absolutely.
They only think they're saving souls, but we're actually doing it.
I know. It's
You know, like
fantastic.
when they come over here,
Yeah,
that's my other job. I told you that before, didn't I?
you did.
That's my other work. Oh, the kids are coming into the room now. They've been pushing and shoving me and saying, come on, when are we getting into this room here?
Oh, that's lovely. Hi.
Yeah, they all love to come in and walk around and play around with you and pull your hair and pull your trousers and so on.
That's right.
They'll probably think up something new to do, you know, as we go along.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, have you been busy?
Oh, yeah, I'm always busy, lovey.
Yeah, I
Yeah, not all the time. I mean, we get our periods of rest over here.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when people are coming over, we don't do it for everybody, but you see, it all goes on the vibrational energy of the person coming over.
Okay.
You know, like, sometimes they ask me to come and talk to them or cheer them up or whatever, and it's not just me, there's a whole team of us go over there.
Yeah.
We're called at different times to help, you know, depending on who's coming over.
Right.
And when I say saving their soul, I mean, you know, we just try to make them aware that they've come home.
Yes, yeah.
You know, they're finally home.
It sounds wonderful.
Well, it is when they wake up to it, but I'll tell you what, some of them, they won't have a bar of it.
Oh, truly.
And of course the religious ones are the worst of all because they're expecting to see certain things and, you know, they think you're pulling, you know, that you're pulling their leg.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Or they think they're dreaming, or they think they're caught up in some kind of flaming nightmare, you know. But no, it's not that bad. I mean, we're all okay.
Yes, you
But
are.
you know, like we generally know by the sort of auric colours around them in their aura, you know, the spiritual atmosphere around them, you know, just where they're at,
Okay.
what they're like, even as a person, because, you know, the aura tells you a lot.
Okay, right.
But that's a science in itself, lovey.
Yeah, I believe so.
You know, I mean, I'm not an expert in that field, but they've told me certain things and I find them to be quite so.
Okay.
But I don't know whether you'd be interested in me telling you some of what the colours mean.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
All right, well, tell me, shoot a colour at me, lovey. I'll try and tell you.
What's green?
Green. Well, there's several different shades of green from what I know.
Right.
Yeah, well, you see, with the green, it's got to be a nice, soft, clear green.
Okay.
In the aura.
Yeah.
If it tends to go a bit muddy or murky, well, that tends towards jealousy and envy, you see.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it's funny how they're sayings, you know, I remember when I was in the body, you know, green with envy or green with jealousy. Now, how do these things all start?
Yeah, that's right.
But that's actually true.
Yeah, oh wow.
Yeah, and if it's a murky green, well, you'll find there are people that are envious of others and jealous of them, you know.
Okay. Wow.
But the softer the green gets, and if you get a nice soft green, which is what you've got in your aura, lovey,
Oh, wonderful.
that denotes people who have got compassion and empathy
Right.
and very much an affinity or, you know, empathy with the animal kingdom.
Oh, that's me.
It's also found around nurses and doctors and people like that who are involved with healing to some extent.
Okay, wow.
And on a physical level, in the physical body, well, green, of course, is a very good colour for the nerves,
Oh, right.
the nervous system.
Oh,
That's right. Well, that's why, you know, I mean, a lot of people like Douglas, you know, they'll feel drawn to go into somewhere nice where there's plenty of trees and forests and mountains.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's all that greenery around them, of course, that helps the nerves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
Okay.
green vibration, we call it the green ray,
Right.
but that's, you know, people with that soft green like you have, Lovey, well, it means, you know, I could tell you without even knowing you, perhaps, that, you know, you're a very sympathetic and compassionate person, and that, you know, you give a lot of yourself to others in that way. And you also love animals, and you would have a very strong affinity with animals of all kinds, not just one or two.
No.
You know, I mean, we've got the good old cat and the good old dog, but any sort of member of the animal kingdom, if we can call them members, they don't pay their union dues or anything, but you know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah, well, you know, you would have an affinity with those, and of course, you know, combined with the pale green, which, as I said, represents, you know, compassion.
Yes.
Nurturing, I suppose, is a good word too. You know, like nurturing is a word that I would probably prefer to use when it comes to animals, because you've got strong nurturing instincts when you've got the pale green in your aura.
Okay. Wow.
You know, in that sense, it brings a compatibility with animals, and also to some extent a healing quality with animals too, Lovey.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so you know, if the other colours in your aura are suitable for healers on our side of life to work through you, well then you would be a good healer, you see.
Oh, okay.
And of course you are.
Oh, thank you.
So there you go. All right, check me another colour.
Well, I've heard pink. Is that...
Pink. Well, pink represents harmony and love.
Okay.
On a higher level of vibration.
Yeah.
Yeah, people with pink in the aura, and you got some of that too, Lovey.
Oh, wow.
You know, they're people who have a sort of harmonious condition. Their mental body is harmonious.
Okay.
They are people who can love very profoundly within themselves.
Right.
And it represents harmony to a great extent too.
Okay.
They have a harmonious colour, a harmonious ray of light in their aura, which is a very pale pink, and it's quite a pretty colour when you see it from our side of life.
Okay, wonderful.
But it represents love. True's not the right word. What am I looking for? Selfless love.
Okay.
Not selfish love.
No. Okay.
Selfless love. Giving and not expecting in return, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I suppose I'm looking up a word in the dictionary now, or what, altruistic. Nah, that's not the one I want. Yeah. No, well, you know, selfless love as opposed to selfish love.
Yeah, no, I understand.
You know, the pink ray definitely represents harmony and love, and a person who can give a lot of themselves to others as well.
Okay, wonderful.
But on a slightly different level.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, what other colours?
I've heard, like, red.
Red?
Yeah.
Oh, well, red to some extent represents energy, and you're getting into the sort of orangey red there.
Yeah, yeah.
Orange, of course, represents energy too, Lovey.
Okay.
But as you're going up into the red ray, well, you find that people with red in their auras and orange are very energetic people.
Okay.
But if it gets too murky and goes up to the scarlet colour or maroon, well, it represents people who need a little bit of the old anger management, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a bit short-tempered on the old fuse, you know?
Oh, really?
And, yeah, very sort of scarlet red, you know, like a very bright scarlety colour.
Goodness.
Generally people who've got a lot of anger inside them.
Right.
You haven't got that, so don't worry.
That's good.
But we can see, like, you know, when we come to people or when they come over here from our side to our side of life, or, you know, if they got this, you know, sort of maroony scarlet red around them, we think, oh, crikey, what have we got here, you know? We're going to have to tone this one down, you know?
That's right. So does your aura go with you when you go to the
of course, because it's a reflection of your highly energised spiritual body.
Okay.
It's just a part of you, it's not physical. The only part of the aura that's physical is what we call the ether, or etheric body, which represents the energy body.
Oh, okay.
And that to some extent is coming off the life force in all the millions and millions of cells in the body and the atoms and so on. Every cell has a little radiance in its own right.
Okay. Oh,
and of course you put millions of those all packed together and you've got a human being.
Okay.
Yeah, with a brain sitting on top of it.
It sounds...
Yeah, and a pair of legs. But,
Okay.
On a physical level, well, the etheric energy will come out the aura just near the body.
Okay.
Depending on the brilliance of their energy, etheric energy. You know, some people it might be an inch out from the body.
Okay.
If they're very vital in the sense of their energy, well, it might be a little bit further out.
Right.
You know, But basically the auric colours themselves, they come with you for sure.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Because, it is a reflection of your highly energised spiritual body. It's a reflection of your spirit body. So,
Okay.
and it's just that, it's a reflection. It's like looking at the rainbow,
Yes, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you see the rainbow, the beautiful colours in the rainbow. Well, the colours of the aura are very similar to that.
What, right?
That's probably the nearest I can give to you as an example of what an aura looks like.
No, I understand.
But it's flashing and sort of pulsating,
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
and it comes out in waves.
Okay.
And sometimes it's more prominent around the head, depending on what people are like.
Yeah, yeah. What
But
if it's white or around the head?
Oh, white. You want white. That's spirituality, lovey.
Okay.
That represents the highest colour of all in a sense.
Yeah.
That's why when you see a shining spirit, they'll have this beautiful white around them.
Okay.
In fact, it can be so brilliant at times you can't even see them.
Oh, gosh.
I've been to see them, the shining ones, and very high spirits in terms of spiritual growth and light.
Okay.
But if it's around a person on the earth, well, you know that they're a very highly evolved soul.
Okay.
And this, of course, goes with gold as well.
Right. Oh. Okay.
With the golden aura and the white, would represent a person of the greatest spirituality who's actually incarnated into the body.
Oh, wow.
And the gold brings knowledge with it too, lovey.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, great
wow.
knowledge, yeah.
So what is blue then?
Blue, well, blue is the colour of, I suppose you could call it inspiration.
Okay.
But it's also a colour of devotion,
Right.
devotional colour.
Right. So would a priest have that, or?
Well, priests tend to go more into the bluey purple.
Okay.
You get into, and that's rather interesting too, lovey, because these people in the different churches, the priests and some of the bishops and so on, they wear purple.
That's right. Yeah.
Now who told them that? Why did they pick that colour? Because their auras have that colour, and even if they decided somewhere in the past to use that colour, well, they were just getting what they would look like, from the spirit side of life. They might have been told.
Oh, isn't that
long time
amazing?
ago, before everything changed with the ignorance,
Yeah, because purple is a spiritual colour, isn't it?
It is a spiritual colour, and it's sometimes allied with spiritual healing,
Okay.
which tends to go more into the pale purple, or you might call lavender.
Yes, yes.
That lavender, of course, is more or less a pale purple,
Yes.
and that's very strongly associated with spiritual healers. And some healers have blue in the aura, but they're more healers that are suited to treating mental conditions, because the blue is a mental energy ray.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Wow. I didn't know that.
And, it's healers who have the blue or who are drawn to the colour blue, they're very good for treating people with mental conditions and emotional problems,
Oh, right.
whereas the healer who perhaps has the lavender is working more perhaps on a spiritual level, and has perhaps a deeper type of healing. I'm not an expert on this, but it's just what I've learned from being over here and talking to the spirit doctors and so on.
No, that's interesting.
But there's
Does it
some.
help to wear those colours? Like.
Oh yeah, you can if you like. That's harmonising yourself with the rays coming through your body, isn't it?
Yeah. There's just talk of that, where people, wearing certain colours bring out.
Well, some people gravitate naturally to them, like you'll find the people that are energetic and full of beans, they've got ants in their pants, they love wearing red,
Yeah.
And you'll get others that, some people want to wear black.
Yeah.
Well, black is a non-colour. It's got no energy or radiation as far as we're concerned, and it tends to make you depressed.
Yeah. No,
And you find depressed people will wear dark colours.
Yeah.
Ain't it the truth?
It is. That's right. Or morning colours, morning after somebody's passing.
Well, see, that's interesting too, isn't it? I mean, they feel miserable because they've lost someone, so they wear black.
Yeah, exactly.
Who started that?
I don't know.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
No, but it goes back a long
But,
way.
really at funerals and that, everybody should dress in nice bright colours,
Well,
lighten the
right.
atmosphere. Crikey. It's heavy enough as it is, ain't it?
It certainly is.
How much better would it be if everybody turned up looking nice and cheery, instead of all this mournful black?
I know.
And they don't just wear it at the funeral, some of them wear it for years afterwards.
Yep,
So they're carrying that heavy negativity with them the whole flaming time.
Yes.
They wonder why they don't feel any good or not getting any better.
That's right. Getting past it, yeah.
Well, we don't ask people to forget them, but you can let them go once they come over to us. I mean, it takes time to heal the wound, the emotional body gets a very severe wound when there's a passing, but, you can help yourself along a little bit by keeping out of black, I can tell you that.
I can imagine. Jim, do the spirits on your side feel it when you let go?
When we let go?
Like, when you said let them go, where people...
Oh, yeah, they know.
They feel that you've
Oh,
let
for
them
sure.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, see, as long as you're hanging on to them, they hang on to you.
Yeah.
In that sense. And, they can't, in some ways, progress as well as they would like to if you're hanging on to them.
Right.
And that's the main issue. You brought up a rather interesting point there, lovey.
Oh, good.
Wasn't intending to talk about that, but,
Sorry.
if you're hanging on to someone after they've come over to us, well, they're going to hang on to you because they can feel that.
Oh, okay, that's what I...
And it's like their spiritual essence is wanting to move on and into the light or wherever they want to go.
Yes.
But as long as that pulling is back towards the earth level, it's hard for them because they know that you're still grieving.
Yes.
And, they find it hard to let you go. It works both ways.
Oh, okay.
And that's the whole point, lovey. I mean, naturally it's a good thing to grieve because it gets it out of your system. And, you do go through certain stages in grief.
Exactly.
People sort of blame God and they blame everybody but themselves, and then they get angry, and they, why me? And they go through all these different stages. It's pretty well documented. We know all about that. We read the books as well as you do. Yeah, only we wrote the books.
That's right.
And like that's what happens. But yes, when the release comes, if they finally reach a stage where they can let them go.
Yes.
And as we say, nobody's asking them to forget them. You've always got that loving memory there.
Absolutely.
But you've got to let them go at some stage.
Yeah, I think people think that if you let them go, they won't have them round.
Nah, not at all. In fact, it's the opposite, lovey.
Yeah.
Because they're free. That bond is sort of always going to be there if there was love.
Right. Absolutely.
And, having that release there allows them to move freely in our world and to move forward and progress.
Yes.
And if they, in fact, frees them up to do as they wish, and, if that person eventually comes over to our side of life, well, they're able to move freely towards them and be there to greet them when they come.
Okay.
It's just a release. It's the difference between sort of being tied up, and being released. And it's energy we're talking about here, but they're aware of it for sure because that connection's there, you see.
Right.
And, it's rather interesting, I know that the Native Americans, they have a time, and a lot of native races are like this, and this is pretty interesting too, because they're on the right track.
Yeah.
Where, the chief of the tribe or whatever, he'll come up to someone who's grieving after a certain time, might be a couple of months, might even be years.
Yeah.
But he'll walk up to them and he'll say, that's it, no more.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let it go, they're gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And from that time on, they're not allowed to grieve anymore.
Right.
And it's a pretty interesting sort of a thing, really.
It is. It makes sense.
But I think the Native Americans do it, and I think a lot of other native races would do it too.
Okay.
That there is a time, that they're allowed to grieve, and then the chief or will come up to them and say, well, that's enough.
Yes. Yeah.
Your grieving time is over.
Right.
And they go on what they sense and feel, you see.
Yeah, okay.
And, that gives the spirit a chance to move on.
That's great.
And feel free without that burden, that emotional heaviness dragging them down,
Absolutely, yeah. Oh,
that's the whole point,
Yeah, that's right. Well, thank you.
But,
I was just wondering because...
well, you brought up a good point there, lovey.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But, the aura is purely a reflection.
Yes.
Just like you're looking at the rainbow, that's a reflection.
Yes, that's
It's the broken up light rays, forms a prismatic effect.
Right, prismatic.
But those colours are always in white light.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't realise. You're walking around in that all the time, those beautiful colours, but you can't see them.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, white light consists of all those colours.
Okay, wow.
And you put that white light through a prism, and you'll get all those beautiful rays like a rainbow.
Oh, wow.
And you're living in that. that people don't realise, you see. And of course your aura's got all those lovely colours too.
Yeah.
But you know, we know that from our side of life, you know, we listen to all this nonsense talked about the aura,
Yeah.
especially in some certain circles, and even spiritualists are sometimes to blame, and
Yeah.
all the New Age people, I mean, honestly, they're the worst of the flaming lot. Talk about a bunch of old codswallop. They got people stitching up holes in the aura, and, you know, vacuum cleaning the aura, and, you know, we're going to take your chakra out, we're going to vacuum it and put it back,
Yeah.
or we'll adjust it a bit. It's a bit out of place, you know, like it's about 2.5 degrees to the right, should be 2.5 degrees to the left. I mean, where do they get this stuff?
I don't know. It's silly, isn't it?
You know,
Absolutely.
You can't repair a hole in a reflection, because you can't have a flaming hole in a reflection anyway.
No.
They just don't think about it.
No, they don't.
They read it in the book somewhere that some ninny's putting words, you know,
Yeah.
and they think, oh, okay, and off they go, you know.
Yeah.
And the worst of all, of course, they charge exorbitant fees for some of this silly rot, you know.
I know, it's silly.
I mean, we sit back, we have a good old giggle about it, but in another way, it's sad.
Well, it's cruel, isn't it, really?
Because the aura's real, I mean, and it carries a lot of spiritual qualities and attributes of the person,
Yeah.
but they're actually abusing that truth, you know.
That's terrible. And is it true that the aura holds all of your thoughts and
Oh yeah,
experiences?
yeah, it
and
can hold everything, you know, it's got that facility to do that, because now you're getting into sort of spiritual mindtrons.
Oh,
You know, you've heard of electrons,
yes.
protons, neutrons, all this stuff.
Yeah.
We call them mindtrons,
Okay.
because very much your mind, you know.
Yeah.
You're getting into the heavy side of it now, lovey. I don't know a lot about that, but I do know over here the spirit doctors and so on, you know, refer to that as mindtrons, where
Okay.
the memory can be held in the aura for sure.
Right. Okay.
But you know, I mean, we look at it and we just wonder what on earth, you know. I mean, years and years and years ago, we know about this fella Kilner.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Walter
Right.
Kilner, you know, I mean, he devised this, for want of a better word, machine, and it's not quite the right word.
Right.
A camera, I suppose, would be a better word.
Yes.
Walter, you know, he was a medical man,
Oh.
and he actually discovered a way of seeing the human aura, and
Right.
wrote a huge work about it, put it all in a big book.
Yes.
And of course, in his time, he was hundreds of years before his time, and poor old Walter, I mean, you know, nobody just laughed him out. They thought he was a nutcase, you know.
Yeah.
But he actually, he was interested in the diagnostic point, you know.
Oh, okay.
And the aura can be used for diagnosis too.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, well where the energy's down in the etheric body, you will get a dark area, you know, like the light is not, the light is not so bright.
Okay.
And the
Wow.
sensitive healer can sometimes run their hands over a person's auric field and sense where those weak areas are.
Okay. Oh, wow.
You know, I mean,
That's
Douglas is capable of that. He's done that in the past.
Yeah.
And a lot of mediums and healers have got that faculty,
Okay.
as long as you're tuned in and you can actually feel. If you go over the body
Yes.
with your hand just off the body
Yes.
and tune in and move your hand slowly over someone's back or wherever,
Yeah.
if you can try and sense the heat coming off different areas, well,
Yeah.
you know, that will represent an area of inflammation,
Yes. Oh,
because the
okay.
heat's coming off that area. They're
Right.
not strictly talking the aura here, we're talking heat energy
Yes.
from inflamed tissue, but
Right.
you know, I mean, that sensitivity can be there in that way too. Some
Yeah.
healers do that.
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
They often do that when they're starting to heal, when they're beginning, you know, as young healers, if I can use the term young,
Okay.
in terms of development. But of
Right.
course, as they get more in tune, they don't need to do that. They just intuitively know where to go
Okay.
with that. And yeah, no, the aura is a scientific sort of application in itself. It's a whole, it's a whole field
Right.
of knowledge in itself.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, well, you know, a lot of people are good at reading the aura and colours
Yeah.
and so on, but
Right.
the explanations I've given you
Yes.
are what we see from our side of life and what we understand. And of course, you know, a lot of people, particularly New Age people and that, you know, they've got their
Yeah.
own interpretations of it. And I tell you what, Lovey, some of them are pretty flaming wild.
They are.
Talk about off the planet. I mean,
know.
you know, they come up with the craziest ideas about the certain colours, you know.
Yeah, and they want to be credible, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right, lovey.
Yeah, no, it's
Anyway,
great. Well,
I hope
thank
you found that interesting.
I did.
I mean, I'm not an expert in it, but I know
No.
what I've heard here.
Yes. Look, I appreciate all that you're teaching.
Oh, you forgot to mention yellow.
Yellow. Yes, sorry, I did.
Well, yellow's intellectuality. You find a person got a lot of yellow around the head and shoulders, particularly in the aura, their brains, you know.
Okay.
They're
so
the brainy ones that have got the degrees, you know.
Oh, okay.
We see them coming a mile off.
Oh, really?
Come over here and we know it's Doctor this or Doctor that, Master of Arts, diphead, you know, whatever. MA, you know, here comes a bright spark,
Oh,
you know, yellow all around the head and shoulders.
Oh, that's amazing.
But it's nice to see some pale green and pink coming over occasionally, you
Oh,
know,
that's
because we know
good.
we've got a lovely soul.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh,
And
that's
we
great.
know when the religious ones are coming, they got the purple all around them. We think, oh no, well, no, here we go, get the boys out, get the blowguns out, we're going to have to do some work here. Yeah, clean them up.
Do they attract each other, like the colours in spirit?
Oh yeah,
Do they sort of...
no, to some degree, but it's mostly the spiritual energy, love.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, everyone over here's got their own colours.
Yeah.
But yeah, there might be some affinity to some extent, but that's mainly based on their spiritual growth.
Okay.
You know, like
Yeah.
everybody here where I am, you know,
Yes.
we're here because of the spiritual growth we have within us,
Right.
you see?
Yes.
And that's the whole point. And of
Right.
course, I want you to understand that that's very broad.
Okay. No, I do.
You know,
Yeah,
it covers
yeah.
the creative energy, people with all creative energies and so on. And,
Sure.
you know, it's a very broad range of energy.
Yes. No, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. That's...
Anyway, I've got to go. They're telling me I've been yapping away. I've got to
Oh,
shut up for a
I've
while. So
enjoyed it.
I'll let them do their thing and play the music. Don't forget to mention, you know, things and talk up nice and loud if you see or experience anything lovely.
I will, Jim.
I have to go now, so I'll
Okay.
see you later. Bye.
Bye.
G'day again.
Hi, Jim.
I forgot to mention the colour brown, lovey.
Oh, really? I didn't even know brown was in the aura.
Oh, yeah, can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that for?
What's it for?
What
Well,
colour does
it means if you see that in the aura, it means the person's not very well, lovey.
Oh, really?
Ill health.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's a negation of the other colours to some extent.
Right.
But generally brown and grey is another one you forgot.
Yeah, I did.
Brown and grey colours in the aura, you know.
Yeah.
I'll talk about the brown firstly because that's definitely ill health.
Right. Okay.
Person who, you know, like people with cancer and so on that are in the sort of more, what we may say, the advanced stages of cancer, they'll have a lot of brown in their aura, and a lot of the brightness and the radiance of their aura is depleted with the colour brown,
Oh, okay.
you know.
Yeah. Good.
And you might find too, talking about grey, sometimes, you know, it denotes an illness, but more often than not, it denotes a person who's very conservative.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that strange how people who are conservative wear grey suits?
That's right.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's really interesting, isn't it? Green with
Yes.
envy.
Yep, you never think of those things.
Yeah,
It's
you know, I mean,
amazing.
these are just interesting sayings that have come down, you know.
Yeah.
Scarlet with anger, you've heard that saying.
Yeah, that's right.
And,
Always.
you know, jealousy and all so on
Yeah.
with the murky green. But yeah, brown is ill health and grey is conservatism, as long as it's a good clear grey.
Okay.
If it's got patches of black in it or brown, well, that would be ill health, lovey.
Okay. All right.
Because
Thank
if you know, I mean, with us, if we see a soul coming over and they've got a lot of very dark colours in their aura, well, we all
Yeah.
want to run the other way. You know, we're not allowed to, but we'd rather do a runner, you know.
Oh, you
But
understand.
yeah, not particularly good energy that
Oh,
way. But
dear.
yeah, I just thought I'd mention that, so I got to go again. I'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye.
Ugh.